will have to pay more in taxes. Your Suncoast News starts now.
You're watching ABC 7 News at noon.
Hello and welcome. I'm Scott Dennis. Thanks so much for joining us. Our top story, what you've been watching here in a special report on ABC 7, the two leaders of the United States and Russia meeting one-on-one at a high-stakes summit in Finland. President Trump, Vladimir Putin discussing the future of both countries and their relationship. ABC's Molly Hunter shows us how the historic meeting went and what it will mean for future discussions.
After a 2-hour one-on-one, a lengthy working lunch, President Trump claimed victory.
We had direct, open, deeply productive dialogue. Went very well.
The president added that he spoke with Russian President Vladimir Putin about a range of hot topics at length.
The Russian state has never interfered and is not going to interfere into internal American affairs, including the election process.
The main thing, and we discussed this also, is zero collusion, and it has had a negative impact upon the relationship of the two largest nuclear powers in the world.
The bilateral meeting, with only interpreters joining the two leaders, was requested by Donald Trump and scheduled for just 90 minutes, running much longer. They were then joined by their teams, Trump flanked by his U.S. ambassador to Russia, Secretary of State and National Security Advisor. But a tweet from Trump set the tone for the summit, blaming U.S. foolishness for the strained relations with Russia. And then a handshake. Putin showed up more than 45 minutes late, making the American president wait.
I'd like to congratulate you on a really great World Cup, one of the best ever.
And that was the first joint press conference we've seen between an American president and a Russian president in nearly a decade. After he concluded his remarks, President Trump turned to Putin and whispered, "Thank you." Molly Hunter, ABC News, Helsinki.
Another developing story involving the Trump administration. We're monitoring today a court hearing on how to reunite migrant families separated at the U.S. border. More than 2,500 kids between the ages of 5 and 17 are supposed to be reunited with their parents by July 26th. That's the court-ordered deadline. But the Department of Health and Human Services has said a significant number of those minors cannot or should not be reunited with the adults from whom they were separated. In a court filing yesterday, the Department of Justice made it clear that officials do not want to reunite a child without confirmation of who the parent is and assurances that the child will be safe. New at noon, potential new evidence in a January murder in Manatee County. 41-year-old Michael Grantley was found dead back in January 15th along 26th Avenue East in Bradenton. Detectives with the Manatee County Sheriff's Office have uncovered surveillance photos of the victim and another man from the day of that murder. They say Grantley was at a Wawa store on US 301 in Sarasota that day. The man in question, who appears with Grantley, is standing to the right of him. If you recognize the man, call Manatee County Crime Stoppers at 866-634-TIPS. Manatee County Sheriff's deputies also looking for the person who shot a teenager over the weekend. Sheriff's deputies were called to the intersection of 5th Street East and 61st Avenue East in Bradenton around 5 o'clock yesterday afternoon. They believe a 17-year-old boy was shot there. He was taken to the hospital and is expected to recover. Deputies have not made any arrests or released information about a possible suspect. A big project that will try to keep wastewater spills and leaks from happening at Palmasola Bay is now underway. Crews are working just about a mile of the causeway near the eastern edge of it. They're replacing a 12-inch force main sewer line there. The system currently in place is older and is the cause of several spills and beach closures over the last few years. This is all expected to be done by January, and there will not be any lane closures, but drivers going through the area could see some slowdowns. No doubt some folks along that road heading out to Anna Maria Island get to the beach today. And so far, so good, I would think.
Yeah, we still have a chance at a few coastal showers around. But for the most part, I think it's going to work out very similar to what we saw yesterday, which was most people stayed dry along the coastline.
Yeah, they sure are. And
there were some scattered showers in inland areas. Lakewood Ranch webcam shows, start off the day pretty nice, a lot of blue sky. And then as we head into the last few frames, you'll notice how we start to build a few scattered showers, or at least a few bits of cloud cover across the region. We're not advancing very well here. Well, take it from me. There were clouds in that picture, and as we head into the afternoon, I think some of them will produce some rainfall. We'll talk about the odds. We'll talk about evolving weather patterns, all coming up in just a few. Scott?
Okay, John, thank you. Tonight's the night. Sarasota City Commissioners are expected to approve higher taxes for property owners. The increased millage is expected to pass by a razor-thin 3-2 vote. ABC 7's Ray Collins talked to a local tax watchdog who wishes the city would try a little harder to cut costs first. Ray?
Scott, the proposed budget is more than 13% higher than last year's budget. City Manager Tom Barwin says he has cut all he can. And despite an increase in local property values, he says he has no choice but to ask for a tax increase, and it looks like he'll get it. The commissioners who voted in favor of a higher rate 2 weeks ago include Commissioners Alpert, Shaw, and Ahern Koch. Others, like Commissioner Brody and Shelley Eddy, believe Barwin can still do more to cut costs, and they're not alone. One tax watchdog we talked to says the size of government continues to grow with Barwin, and he says Barwin isn't able to control costs.
Absolutely not. We've added nearly 200 positions in the last 5 years. We were at just under 500 employees, and we have now over 700 employees in the time he's been here. That's not controlling costs.
The city says they've actually added 160 jobs, but it's still less, they said, than before the Great Recession 10 years ago. They say a tax increase only amounts to about $18 a year for the average homeowner. The issues today on the agenda at Sarasota City Hall. Scott, back to you.
All right, Ray, thank you. In need of a job? Well, CareerSource is hosting a big job fair tomorrow at the Van Wezel Performing Arts Hall. More than 30 employers from Manatee and Sarasota counties will be there meeting with job seekers. Manatee County Government, Spectrum, Sarasota Memorial Hospital, Manatee County Sheriff's Office, Ringling Museum, and others will all be there. The job fair is set from 10 a.m. until 3 p.m. ABC 7 business commentator Richard Stern joins us now with a check of the day on Wall Street. A quiet start to a new week so far on Wall Street.
It's very, very quiet, but it probably is not going to stay that way. We've got a whole lot of big stuff going on. Indeed, so far today, not much going on at all. A range of 72 points for the Dow, and frankly, lots of earnings reports coming up this week. There you see the Dow up by 8.5 points, 0.03% at 25,027.85 on volume of 318 million shares. The Nasdaq, which has been leading the market higher, not today, down 13.5 points, but that's less than 0.2% at 7,812.09. That on volume of 694 million shares. The S&P, very much like the Nasdaq, down, but just over 0.1%, not even 4 points at 2,797.63. Well, it's been quite a day for the Bank of America. Its shares are up by more than 2% today after the company announced its quarterly earnings grew by a whopping 33%. Well, how can they do that? A couple of things. Revenues were up, costs were down, and oh, by the way, they saved 43% on income taxes this year versus last year. Last year, they paid $3 billion in taxes in the quarter. This year, $1.7 billion. So we know certainly there have been a lot of changes in the tax laws for 2018. Many of them, of course, directly attributable to corporations, and certainly Bank of America, Scott, today. That's a pretty good home run when you can reduce your taxes by that amount.
Absolutely. You'll be back at 5 for the
I'll be
closing
here.
numbers.
Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you, Richard.
You're
Appreciate
welcome.
it. Still to come in your Suncoast News, a warning from the Venice Police Department which area was targeted by thieves ransacking mailboxes. Plus, a harmful idea for teenagers, why parents may want to think twice about encouraging them to diet. We'll have the details coming up.
Ready to open up new opportunities as an electrician? Don't do it yourself. Team up with Mr. Sparky instead. We're locally owned and looking for people like you. We offer our electricians great perks that you just won't get going it alone. And whether you're an apprentice, a master electrician, or somewhere in between, we have a spot for you.
Best decision I ever made.
Apply online or call today.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888-8-SPARKY.
Need more space in your place? The More Space Place can help with Murphy beds that disappear to reveal a home office, living room, or den. Custom closets with designated areas for your shoes, bags, wardrobe, and accessories. Custom-built entertainment centers, garage storage systems, and more. The More Space Place has 3 showrooms next to Sonny's on US 41 South in Sarasota, on Lakewood Ranch Boulevard just south of State Route 64 in Bradenton, and on Tamiami Trail next to Panera Bread in Port Charlotte. Put more space in your place at the More Space Place.
If you don't want to fall immediately into love, look away. If you don't want to awaken a desire for excellence, look away. If you don't want to be seduced, please look away.
Rediscover your passion for driving at Sunset Maserati Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
When you are home alone, an emergency can become a tragedy. However, with any of Life Alert's 3 emergency systems, help can be summoned immediately, whether in the bathroom,
I've fallen in the shower.
at home,
Help! I've fallen and I can't get up.
and on the go.
Help! I've fallen in the park and I can't get up.
Don't worry, help is on the way.
Life Alert saves a life every 11 minutes.
For a free Life Alert brochure, call 1-800-518-0221. That's 1-800-518-0221. Call now, 1-800-518-0221. For a free brochure, call 1-800-518-0221.
Now your ABC 7 First Alert weather forecast with meteorologist John Scalzi.
89 degrees, the current air temperature. We have a dew point value hot and sticky at 76 degrees. 100 the feels like temperature already when you factor in the humidity and the actual air temperature. So we're on our way to a feels like of probably about 103 to 105 today. I mean, it's going to be warm and sticky. 20% chance of showers by 3 p.m. along the coastline, but those showers will shift inland, reducing our rain chances as we head into the afternoon. Got a couple of things going on. One, we have this kind of slug of moisture that's sitting in North Florida that's been kind of persistent in producing showers. That's right here. We have to the north of us a trough of low pressure. The combination of those 2 factors are going to work together to enhance rainfall chances a little bit later in the week. Right now, everything's pretty quiet across the Suncoast. Not seeing too many showers building yet, but we will, mostly in inland areas, and they'll generally drift toward the other coast. Now, aloft, we have some winds that are coming in out of the northeast. That's drawing down a little bit of high-level cloudiness, fair weather cloudiness, but you can see that frontal boundary encouraging the formation of clouds just to our north. That frontal boundary sinks south. High pressure anchored down to our south provides us with a westerly wind flow, and the showers tend to favor the other coast for several days. It's a flow regime which will kind of set the stage for morning showers near the coast into the early afternoon, followed by inland showers a little bit later in the day with that westerly wind pushing those showers inland. We have a less than average rain chance, though, with some drier air in place, and the best rain chances remain inland. Calm in the tropics, that's the good news. Here's your futurecast put into motion. Showers building along the coastline initially, then moving into inland areas out of the area, leaving us with a very quiet evening. And that'll be the case, the pattern over the next several days. So what changes? Well, the amount of moisture available to produce precipitation changes. We have some humid air located to the north, which will sink south with time. And as it does that, we start to increase rain chances by midweek as that trough sinks a little bit south and stalls out. You can see that as this red contour in the water vapor imagery. So the forecast calls for some pretty nice boating conditions. Southwest at about 10 should provide some pleasant weather. We'll have a 92 today, tomorrow, the next day with about a 40 to 50% chance of showers, increasing as that moisture sinks southward, and then a 60% chance for several days as we return to average rain chances by the weekend. Judy?
Okay, are you ready? We are making a modern version of Moroccan chicken. Now you'll find my traditional version with a few tweaks in my new cookbook, Reflections and Recipes. You can get it on Barnes & Noble or Amazon online, and I'll be doing a book signing tour very soon. But today, I brought in a little lighter flavor. No tomatoes in this one. We're just gonna go with butternut squash and ginger and great Moroccan seasonings. So in this pot, I have a red onion and a Spanish onion and some garlic. We're gonna saute that down. Then it comes to the chicken. Last night, I took some bone-in chicken thighs, air-dried chicken, bone-in chicken breasts, and some drumsticks. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the sauteed onions, which is a traditional base in the tagine. Now, if you haven't used a tagine, just so you know, when you first get it home, you soak it for many hours, about 4 hours in water. That's for the clay to absorb. Then you rub it with olive oil and a little salt, and you put it in an oven at about 270 degrees for 2 hours. That seasons it, so you know that that part's done. Now let's just take a little olive oil, and we're gonna take those beautiful pieces of chicken that we have marinated, and we're gonna just start to sear them off. And I'll use this knife right here to slide that around. So we've got some chicken thighs going on, and I'll put in just one more piece for now. We'll do it in batches. Always best to do it in batches, so everything's going to brown evenly. So we'll let that go on either side. Then what we're gonna do is we're gonna add chicken stock and let that sit. Now in a traditional tagine style, what we can also do, I've made the couscous separately. You can use put the couscous in with boiling chicken stock. It's gonna be layers of flavors, so come back, we'll add the figs, the prunes, and so much more.
The following message is brought to you by Mesobook.com.
People who have been diagnosed with mesothelioma have many questions. How did I get this disease? What are my treatment options? How will this affect my loved ones? You need answers, which is why we offer a free book written by medical professionals who have treated mesothelioma.
Call toll-free at 1-800-777-1366 or go to mesobook.com.
Did you know you could get life insurance for less than 32 cents a day? With guaranteed acceptance whole life insurance through TruStage, you can get up to $25,000 in protection with a single phone call, and you cannot be turned down for any reason. Even if you have health problems or are living on a fixed income, guaranteed acceptance whole life insurance policies could work for you, with prices starting at less than 32 cents a day. That's as low as $9.40 a month. TruStage can help free your family from immediate financial stress when you're gone.
Utility bills, mortgages, car payments, those are a lot of things that can add up pretty fast.
My mom didn't have life insurance, and the cost all fell on me. And that's expensive. We're still paying for that.
Yeah, we're still paying for that.
Call 1-800-218-4991 now. In one phone call, you can help prepare your family with protection amounts up to $25,000. There are no medical tests or health questions. And remember, you cannot be turned down for any reason. In fact, TruStage policies are already protecting over 18 million Americans. And rates are designed to be affordable, starting at less than 32 cents a day. That's as low as $9.40 a month. Plus, your price will never increase and your benefit will never decrease.
When I leave, everything will be taken care of for them.
Call 1-800-218-4991 now for a free, no-obligation quote. TruStage offers plans to fit your budget with prices starting at less than 32 cents a day. Help protect your family from immediate financial burdens after you're gone with guaranteed acceptance whole life insurance through TruStage. Call 1-800-218-4991 now.
Don't miss the exciting original musical review, Tops from Flops, playing July 11th through the 22nd at the Players Center. All the best songs from all the wrong shows from composers like Irving Berlin, Cole Porter, and more. Call 365-2494 or visit us at theplayers.org. You'll want to sing right along with Tops from Flops.
For the 6th straight year, new toys and children's supplies are being collected for an event called Christmas in July. It's by a group called LOS to benefit the Shriners Hospital for Children in Tampa. And here to tell us more is Judy Harris, one of the organizers of this outstanding effort. Judy, thanks so much for being with us today. And first of all, tell us about LOS, which stands for Ladies Oriental Shrine
of North America. Yes, it was founded in 1903 in Wheeling, West Virginia, because the wives and daughters of some of the men at the conferences wanted to have something to do on their own. So in 1922, when the first Shriners Hospital was established, they decided that that would be their project constantly every year, and it's just a marvelous thing. The hospitals have treated over 1.3 million children from 180 countries over the years.
Yeah, the hospitals are amazing. Let's talk more about that. The Shriners Hospital for Children, they not only treat children here on the Suncoast, but across the country and the world. And they do this free of charge. It's pretty incredible.
Absolutely free of charge. And it's the eruption of the volcano on Guatemala recently in June. The Shriners doctors and nurses and medical personnel from the Galveston Burn Center went down to Guatemala, rescued the children, and in conjunction with the military of the U.S., brought them back to the hospital in Galveston. And the LOS ladies were right there to help them out.
That's pretty incredible. Well, Christmas in July comes up next week here in the Suncoast. So tell us about what you're looking for and who this will all benefit.
Well, I have my little friend Christmas Eeyore here with me, and this is the kind of thing that we're looking for. New, unwrapped toys that the children can play with, and instantly every toy that is given to the children at the hospital, they get to keep. They get to take home with it. Some of the toys are used in the vans as they transport the children. Our Shriners do more than 300 trips a year, taking children from Northport, Arcadia, and so on. And last in June, our Terra Golf and Country Club helped us with this project, and we collected over 40 toys that night, thanks to our chairman. And then one of the, we call him the Terra Techie, donated a full-size laptop refurbished computer, which will now be used in the teen room at the hospital for teens, or possibly in the room where the parents wait for the children.
That's awesome. Judy, thank you so much. This happens again next Tuesday, July 24th, 9 to noon. Drop off those toys, supplies, or even a check if you'd like to help out to the Shriners Sahib Shrine right on North Beneva Road in Sarasota. It's a landmark in the area. You can't miss it. We wish you all the best with this effort again this year, Judy.
Thank you so much, Scott. For 6 years, you've been there to help us out, and without you, it wouldn't have been a success.
Oh, well, I appreciate that. That's not, I don't really believe that, but I'm
yes,
certainly glad to help in any small way I can. Thank you so much for being here. Well, for parents of teens struggling with their weight, getting them involved in a diet may seem like a good place to start, but listen to this. Recent research shows teens who are encouraged to diet are more likely to struggle with their weight as adults. The study looked at more than 500 teens in this category. After 15 years, researchers found that not only were they more likely to struggle with weight and body image, now as adults, they were also more likely to encourage their own children to diet. Instead, doctors say it's more beneficial to practice mindful eating, where the focus is on how you eat rather than what you eat. With that in mind, let's head over to the kitchen now and check in again with Judy Gallagher.
Scott, that was a perfect one to pitch me. Okay, so we've seared off the Moroccan chicken. It sat overnight with ginger and turmeric and Moroccan seasonings and definitely some saffron. So what I did with the saffron is I just put the threads in a little bit of hot water, let it sit, and poured that juice in. Now in our tagine, so we've put in the couscous. Now we're going to put in the chicken stock. We have the seasoning packet all ready to go for the couscous, and that is going to cook along. Like I said, you can cook it separately, but I like to put it just like this. Now we have another piece. We have the big chicken breast that's going to go right there. So what do we do next? We take some pitted prunes, some figs, a few black olives, put that in there, and then another great flavor bomb, preserved lemons. Now, preserved lemons are pretty easy to make with boiling water and salt and a little sugar. Takes about 3 weeks, but I found these right in the Olive Bar at Whole Foods, so I'm pretty excited about that. So I'm going to give it a squeeze, get the juice out, and then I like it very tangy, so I'm going to leave several lemons. Now, because it's diced, so it's going to cook at a quicker rate, I'm going to just put it on top. We have the butternut squash. Put a little parsley. We'll do a little more parsley at the end. This is going to go in the oven at 300 degrees. So we have all the clay is working for us and roasting up. Then when we're done, I'm just going to serve it with some naan bread. Today I picked up some whole wheat. And you definitely want a few pieces because you're going to want to dip it in the sauce. So I happen to have some done right here, and this is braised for about an hour. Now the same recipe applies if you would like to use lamb. So you can easily use a lamb shank. I would just cook it for an hour and a half, and then you're going to have the beautiful dish is going to be done, tossed with almonds, and you are ready to go. We're coming back in just a few minutes. Please stay with us.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
Today, everyone is looking for carpeting that lasts longer. G. Fried has you covered with Karastan. With a legacy of quality and integrity, we provide you with a huge selection of Karastan carpets with exclusive lifetime limited warranties. All installed by our highly skilled, highly knowledgeable team. Come ask us why Karastan is the best and most durable. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Get more for your money at Sunset Subaru in Sarasota. Subaru vehicles hold their value better than any other brand for 2018, according to ALG. And Subaru is Kelley Blue Book's most trusted brand for 4 years running. The Subaru Outback is an IIHS top safety pick for 10 years running. Lease a new Subaru Outback today for just $249 a month. Or get 0% financing with zero down. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
So I kind of grew up all across the country. I come from 5 generations of military men. My dad is still active duty. My grandpa is retired Marines. I like going for runs with my dog. I love, taking her out to the dog beach over in Venice. There are so many things here to do on the Suncoast. My goal every day when I come into work at ABC7 is to tell your stories, give you that major local news and those details that you really care about. I'm Jacqueline Matter, and I'm here for you.
I just need a second.
Is your weight holding you back and affecting your health?
Did you see this? Your cousin had a heart attack.
Really?
Excess weight or obesity can be serious, but you can do something about it. Visit yourweightmatters.org. Download the free toolkit to prepare you to speak with a healthcare provider. Your weight does matter. Accept the challenge and take charge today. Visit yourweightmatters.org.
In life after the military, it's our duty as veterans to have each other's back. I'm retired Colonel Greg Gatson, and it's my mission to help you get the benefits and services you've earned. If you need to file a VA claim, remember these important steps. Submit an online claim through ebenefits.va.gov. Work with an accredited Veterans Service Organization, or VSO. And if you need to attend a VA claim exam, please go. Visit this website to learn what to expect.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
For a week after plunging off a California cliff inside her car. Plus, Florida's growing economy, where the state would rank worldwide if it was its own country. And a legal hearing to determine how much we learn about the statement made to police by the accused Parkland school shooter. A hearing will get underway in South Florida involving the man accused of the school massacre in Parkland, Florida. The hearing will focus on how much of Nicholas Cruz's statement to investigators should be made public. Attorneys for the 19-year-old want most of the statement suppressed, arguing it would influence jurors. But news organizations want as much of the statement released as possible. Cruz faces the death penalty if convicted of killing 17 people in that Valentine's Day attack. Now to an incredible survival story. A young woman found alive 7 days after her car plunged hundreds of feet off a cliff in California. As ABC's Gio Benitez shows us, that woman got creative, using her car's radiator to survive.
Two quick-thinking campers saving the life of a 23-year-old woman after she went missing for a week in Big Sur, California.
We found her car about a mile north of the campground, and it looked pretty new, but it was rusty, and it was destroyed.
We just walked around the rocks, and it was like a yard sale of car parts.
Angela Hernandez was driving on Highway 1 when she lost control of her Jeep and plummeted to the bottom of a 200-foot cliff.
The vehicle and the female are going to be about 200 feet down. She is conscious and breathing.
But rescuers couldn't find her. She detailed her daily struggle to survive from her Facebook page in the hospital, writing, "I'd climb on rocks to avoid the sharp sand, walk along the shore to avoid the hot rocks. About 3 days had passed by now, and the back of my jeans were torn apart. My socks were nothing but holes, and I could start feeling the effects of dehydration." That's when she says she heard what sounded like a miracle, fresh water dripping from a rock. Using part of a radiator hose as an improvised canteen, Hernandez says she went back to that rock every day to get fresh water.
She didn't have the strength or the energy, and frankly, just the condition she was in, she would have never made it up that cliff, so she wasn't even able to attempt that.
But she remained missing till 4 days later, when the Moores spotted her near their campsite.
And we ran up to her. She said she wrecked her car, and we were like, "The white Jeep?" And she's like, "Yeah." We're like, "Oh my gosh, you're alive, you're in one piece." I couldn't believe it, and we immediately realized she needed help. She looked pretty beat up.
Her sister rejoicing.
Everybody that helped, it's day 7, and you guys all helped us through the whole thing, and Angela would not be okay. I'm so happy.
Gio Benitez reporting there for us. Riots in Haiti kept a Bradenton mission group from coming home a week ago, and now they're sharing what that experience was like. Their original flight home was canceled as deadly riots blocked the streets. The 30-mile drive to Port-au-Prince was on roads filled with burning tires, damaged buildings, and angry protesters after the Haitian government announced a rise in fuel prices.
Some people got out to try to talk our way through them. They asked for money. They told us that there'd be a lot more as we got closer to the airport, so for our safety, they just decided to turn around.
As we were preparing for
Despite their obstacles, the group says they will share the lessons learned in Haiti at their church and throughout the Bradenton community. Whether early voting sites should be allowed on university or college campuses in Florida will soon be the focus of a hearing. A judge today will hear arguments in a lawsuit filed by a League of Women Voters of Florida and other plaintiffs. They say early voting sites should be allowed on college campuses. The groups filed the lawsuit against the Secretary of State, Ken Detzner, back in May. Detzner is asking a federal court to let the state courts decide this dispute. Florida's economy has now topped $1 trillion. That means if Florida was its own nation, it would have the 17th largest economy in the world. The Tampa Bay Times reports that's bigger than Switzerland, Saudi Arabia, Argentina, and the Netherlands. The Florida Chamber Foundation has launched the Florida 2030 initiative to address problem areas in the economy, which includes the poverty rate and the achievement gap in schools. You may see smoke in the sky in the Nokomis area today. Sarasota County Emergency Services is conducting a prescribed burn at the Pinelands Reserve today. That reserve is off Knights Trail Road in Nokomis. The burn started at 10 this morning. It's expected to continue until about 4 o'clock this afternoon, unless it starts raining before then. And we have the man here who may have a clue to whether we'll see some rain around the area today. That's meteorologist John Scalzi. We're still in that kind of reverse pattern where we're getting the showers closer to the coast in the morning hours, and then afternoon it's gone.
Yeah, some slightly drier air also filtered into that mix there, and the winds have been relatively calm, so you know, we will develop that west wind pattern in the afternoon, but with the calmer winds, the showers that have built near the coast, the few of them that have, kind of just rained out in place. So our rain chances are less than normal for this time of year. Lakewood Ranch webcam now put into motion shows a few of those fair weather clouds building in inland areas now. You know, I think we will see a few of the showers around, but they will be few and far between considering what we might likely see at this time of year. Temperatures will be warm, consequently. No showers, warm temperatures. That's the way it goes. 91's already frequent on the maps, and certainly many places have already cracked or hit that 90 mark. You can see on the radar view here, just not a lot of activity yet. I think we will see some showers. They will be, I think, building along the coastline, maybe initially, but more than likely inland in about 2 or 3 hours. One lone shower right there in Tampa Bay. Otherwise, we're looking at pretty quiet conditions with warm afternoon highs. Scott?
Thank you, John. New at noon, a warning from Venice police about mail theft. Police say mail was recently stolen in an area off Capri Isles Boulevard. Police say the thieves were able to activate and use stolen credit cards. If you live in that area, you think you may have had your mail taken, call the Venice Police Department. The city of Northport will officially have a new police chief later this week. A swearing-in ceremony for Todd Garrison will take place Wednesday evening. The 45-year-old is a third-generation law enforcement officer. Garrison has 26 years of experience and was previously working as the Captain District Commander at the Lee County Sheriff's Office. Coming up on the all-new ABC 7 News at 4 this afternoon, a Sarasota County school is being remodeled for tighter security. We'll take a rare look inside that school to see the changes being made to keep your kids safe. Plus, a heart-stopping rescue for an injured hiker in Oregon. What the rescue team did to bring the hiker down safely. We hope you'll join us this afternoon for ABC 7 News at 4. Still to come in your Suncoast News, Amazon Prime Day nearly here, just a couple hours away. But will the online deals live up to the hype? We'll take a look at the bargains after this.
Hello, Mom.
Amanda's mom's appointment just got rescheduled for today. Amanda needs Right at Home. Our customized care plan provides as much or as little help as her mom requires, whether it's a ride to the doctor or help around the house.
Oh, of course. Tom, I am really sorry. I've got to go.
Look, call Right at Home. Get the right care right at home.
Picking out a new ceiling fan? That's a do-it-yourself. Installing your new ceiling fan?
No.
That's a don't do it yourself. For ceiling fans, rewires, or anything electrical, play it safe. And call on the trained electricians from your locally owned Mr. Sparky. It's no accident that so many of our customers are repeat customers. Trust Mr. Sparky for all your electrical repairs.
Call 888-8-SPARKY.
Temperatures are rising and the deals are heating up during the summer clearance event at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Fiat in Sarasota. Get KBB's 2017 Best Buy Award overall winner, the Chrysler Pacifica, for just $23,999. Or save big and get the new Chrysler 300 Touring with an MSRP over $30,000 for just $21,999. That's a savings of over $8,000. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Fiat in Sarasota today.
Did you know that a dirty CPAP system can make you sick? If you knew what could be growing in your mask and hose, it would keep you up at night. Now SoClean.com has released the world's first and only automated hands-free CPAP cleaner and sanitizer. With its patented design, SoClean is fast, effective, and hands-free, killing 99.9% of all CPAP germs. Try SoClean now through this special TV offer free for 30 days. Just call 800-604-0398.
My health has improved. It's simple to use and I'm not worried about infections.
SoClean works on all CPAP machines and popular masks, destroying CPAP bacteria, viruses, and germs without the daily hassle of washing your system by hand. Just place your mask in, close the lid, and in just minutes, voila! Sanitized and ready to use. Try SoClean risk-free for 30 days. This is a limited time offer. Call now, 800-604-0398. Or visit SoClean.com today.
Hello, I'm John Merce. Rugs As Art is celebrating yet another anniversary, and I would personally like to thank each and every one of you for the many years of continuous support. All during the month of July, we're having a grand celebration. We have flooded our showroom with yellow tag specials, meaning more discounts and more savings than ever before, plus free padding. So don't miss this anniversary celebration at Rugs As Art, Sarasota's bigger and better area rug superstore.
Now
Now, your ABC 7 First Alert weather forecast with meteorologist John Scalzi.
Warm day out there. We have 89 degrees, the current air temperature. Southwest wind now developing at about 7. That little bit of a westerly wind flow helping to encourage showers and thunderstorms in inland areas later on today. Heat index already at 100, and we got a couple more degrees to go. I think despite the fact that we have a west wind, sea breezes are not that effective at this time of year because water temperatures are so warm. 92 degrees with a 20% chance of showers this afternoon. First along the coastline, but more particularly inland where probably the shower chance is more like 50%. That would be in inland Hardee, DeSoto counties. And then as we trend into the afternoon, all those showers kind of move away from us. You can see a line of showers to the north of us. That's a frontal boundary sinking southward. That's going to help take this cluster of moisture and push it a little further south as well, helping to encourage shower formation around here over the next several days, kind of upping the rain chance. Things very quiet along the interstate. We have one lone shower at the kind of the mouth of Charlotte Harbor here, just to the northwest of Parrish, moving along 75 and 45, heading up toward Hillsborough County. Otherwise, things are quiet with a lot of sunshine across the entire state, helping to bring us warm heat indexes, warm daytime high temperatures. With a high push to the south, it kind of fits into a certain pattern that encourages those morning showers near the coast and then inland showers later in the day with slightly lower rain chances. Frontal boundary to the north sinking south will help to produce a little bit better rain chance through the week ahead. Southwest wind at about 10 knots. Look for 2-foot seas and a light chop on bay and inland waters. The 7-day forecast features 92s for several days in a row, followed by better rain chances. And then as we head into next week, pretty average stuff over the weekend. Back to you.
John, thank you. We're counting down to Amazon Prime Day. It's set to kick off at 3 o'clock this afternoon. Amazon promising big savings with the click of a mouse. But how do you know what's really a good deal? ABC's Becky Worley takes a look.
Prime Day is here.
Prime Day starts 3 p.m. July 16th.
Well, almost. At 3 p.m. Eastern, Amazon Prime will start rolling out sales on over 1 million products.
It's an epic day and a half of our best deals.
New this morning, Amazon planning 40% off select toys to refresh summer fun. Plus 30% off on Amazon basic items such as bedding, office products, and cookware. The mega sale running 36 hours until midnight Tuesday, but it's available only to Amazon Prime members who pay $119 a year. But you can sign up for a 30-day free trial. Amazon says some of the deepest discounts will come as lightning deals, limited time sales that go live and sell out quickly.
But what if you're out and about? You don't want to be tied to your computer all day long. Well, good news. The Amazon app has lots of tools for notifying you when deals are coming up.
If you click into the menu, choose Today's Deals. You'll see what's live now, and this tab offers a glimpse at upcoming offerings. Find one you like, and you can click Watch This Deal to receive notifications when it goes live. And for the first time ever, you can find Prime deals in actual stores.
We're going to see specific deals for Prime members in Whole Foods locations, which will be interesting to see kind of what they roll out there.
But buyer beware. Prime Day shoppers might end up spending more than expected on Amazon brands and services.
The whole idea is to get people hooked on the concept of Prime.
Adidas is making a plastics pledge. The sportswear maker says it's committed to using only recycled plastic by the year 2024. Adidas also says it will stop using so-called virgin plastic in its offices, retail outlets, warehouses, and distribution centers. Global use of plastic has increased 20-fold over the past 50 years, and only 14% of it is collected for recycling. Well, the Girl Scouts are serving up more than just cookies this year, what the organization hopes to accomplish with its first ever music video.
You want a Maserati, but you need an SUV. Why not have both? Levante, the Maserati of SUVs.
Experience it at Sunset Maserati Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
This is an important message for anyone with Medicare.
You may be eligible for an all-in-one Medicare plan that combines hospital, medical, and prescription drug coverage together with extra benefits that may include dental, vision, hearing aids, and much more. Some of these plans have a $0 monthly premium regardless of your income. That's right. For one low plan premium, or in some cases a $0 premium, you may be able to get coverage for your hospital visits, doctor appointments, prescription drugs, routine dental care, eyeglasses and contact lenses, hearing aids, and possibly more. Today may be the first time you've heard about this type of Medicare plan. The advisors at the Medicare.com helpline are licensed insurance agents who will explain more when you call. Call now to see if you qualify. Call the number on your screen now. Call now to see if you qualify for these benefits. You worked hard for your Medicare. Now is the time for your Medicare to work hard for you. Not affiliated with or acting on behalf of any government agency or program.
The body, it is a work of art and a powerful ally in the fight against cancer. A new approach called immunotherapy works by helping our immune system correctly identify and eradicate many types of cancer cells. Speak with your doctor and visit su2c.org/immunotherapy to learn more. Your body might just be your greatest hope.
Okay, so what would you bring to my company?
What do you need?
I need problem-solving skills.
I got through high school without a car, a phone, or a computer.
No college degree, though.
Not yet, but life's taught me a lot, and I'm ready for more.
Well, you're not the typical kind of candidate that I hire. But you are exactly what I'm looking for.
Your company could be missing out on the candidates it needs most. Learn how to find a great pool of untapped talent at gradsoflife.org.
ABC7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you. Watch ABC7 wherever you are, on our live stream, on mysuncoast.com, on the ABC7 My Suncoast app, powered by the Eye Associates, providing sight for life, featuring traffic maps and live radar, dining with recipes, and My Suncoast Restaurant Guide. Visit mysuncoast.com. Click on the Apps tab to download the ABC7 My Suncoast app for Apple and Android.
Kensington Palace releasing the first official photographs from Prince Louis's christening last Monday. Here's one of them, Prince Louis III, child of Prince William and Kate. The photo released by the palace shows the newborn prince smiling in the arms of his mother. I think that's a smile. Prince Louis wearing a long silk and lace robe. The garment is a handmade replica of the 1841 royal christening robe worn by more than 62 royal babies at their christenings. Speaking of royalty, Netflix is tweeting the first photo of the British actress who will play Queen Elizabeth in the third season of The Crown. Olivia Colman will play the lead in the award-winning drama series. She takes over the role from Claire Foy. Colman is best known for her roles in Broadchurch and AMC's miniseries The Night Manager. Netflix has not yet said when season 3 will air.
Just like a penny in a sidewalk crack, sparkling, just like a
Well, that's just a small clip of the Girl Scouts' first ever music video. This morning, the Girls Youth Organization releasing this video of the song called Watch Me Shine. The song has become the adopted anthem of the Girl Scouts. The music video was produced by an entirely female ensemble and portrays the message of inspiring young women to live out their dreams. That's a pretty good message.
It's a catchy tune.
Yeah, it is.
I want to hear the whole thing
I
now.
know, yeah.
Good for them. That's awesome. Oh, by the way, Downton Abbey is going to become a movie now. Just throw that out there as well. Yes.
Hugely successful TV series.
Very exciting.
Have you watched The Crown yet? I think I
No,
asked you that.
you did. Not yet.
I think you'd really like it, yeah. Two seasons are done so far.
It's on the list.
And so now the Queen is older, so
Yeah.
we need a new actress.
Yeah, I guess so. It's on the list of things to see. I'd like to see some rain around here. My lawn could sure use it, that's
me
for
too.
sure. Today there's not a great chance of seeing any, but perhaps as we head into midweek, you'll have a better chance of seeing some showers around. Bob will have his take on the forecast coming up, of course, at 4.
That's right.
4.
And 5.
And 5.
And 6.
And
7. And 11. Have a good day, everyone. See you at 4.